Good morning, everybody. My name is Ryan with RS Tuning and Performance, and today we're going to be assembling an LS short block. During the assembly process, I'm going to document everything through a time lapse. I'm going to be inserting clips explaining what I'm doing along the way. First, we're going to be starting with the prepping process. We just got everything back from the machine shop, so everything is pretty dirty. I've already ran the tap through all of the head bolt bosses and everything to make sure that all the threads are cleaned. I did not document that, but I am going to now start cleaning everything. Got a case of brake clean over here. I'm going to pressure wash the block, make sure I get everything out of all the oil galleys, just generally get everything as clean as I possibly can. So now I'm actually going to start the process of getting this block cleaned. I'm going to unpack the rods, unpack the pistons, get all of those clean as well, along with the crank, which we have right here just off camera. But yeah, so I'm going to start the time lapse now. Enjoy the process. Alright, now that we have everything blown out on the block, all the threads all blown out, everything brake cleaned, most of the gunk out of it. This was just the initial clean, because we are now going to move to gapping the piston rings. Alright, as you guys saw in the time lapse, I just finished up gapping all the rings. I ended up gapping the top ring at 26 thousandths and the second ring at 28 thousandths. Now that the rods are clean, the next step in the process, we're going to be assembling the rod and piston assembly itself and getting those ready to go into the engine as well. In the last time lapse, you guys saw me installing the connecting rods onto the wrist pins and into the pistons themselves. So in the next time lapse that you're going to be seeing, I'm going to be checking all of my main tolerances, my main clearances for the block and the crank, and getting the crank set up and installed into the block. After the crank is installed, you're going to see me roll the block over and install each of the pistons. Once all of that's concluded, we will have us a short block. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the time lapse. Enjoy. now that we got the crank in there, we are almost ready to move to the next step, except we ran into one little issue. I was going to start sliding each piston into each hole and get all that set up and finalize the short block, but turns out I ended up getting the wrong rod bearings one way or another from turn 14. So I got to get that taken care of in the morning, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. So next couple days should be back on course and get this short block done. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and end this video on this note, being that we're sort of on a standstill. In the next video, I will finish the short block assembly and probably get the cam heads and all that stuff on there as well, as long as all that stuff shows up. We are waiting on some parts for that still. But in the meantime, definitely we do have some more projects going on. I've got my Camaro that I'm putting the motor back together for, and then I've got a No Prep S10 that I've been building. That thing is just about done. Got to go do some front suspension stuff and then, you know, do some shakedowns on it and get it worked out, but it's pretty close overall. So in the meantime of getting this motor together, you'll be seeing some stuff on the Camaro, on the S10, and then I'll be able to fill in some holes with some of that stuff as well. I hope you guys enjoy the videos so far, and I hope you guys enjoy what I have to put out in the future. Until then, happy holidays and enjoy your guys' day.